Hey, it's me, MLB. Here is Torn Down the Middle, chapter 28, and this one is titled Curry Times 2. You're gonna frickin' love this. My curry's the best, Bakugou announced proudly as he walked up beside him. So, what do you need me to do? You asked, putting the wood down and placing your hands on your hips. Grab a knife. I'm gonna show you how it's done, he said proudly as he wielded his own knife carelessly. Do I trust you with that thing? You said, nodding towards the knife that he was waving around. You don't need to worry about anything. But if Icy Hot gets any cute ideas... You lay one finger on him, you said lowly, a very serious, threatening look in your eye. Bakugou scowled at your protectiveness of his love rival and put the knife down. Whatever. I'll organise the vegetables first, if you want to get the wood in place. Roger, you said with a sharp salute. He shook his head, trying not to let his amusement show. Let me light it for you, Yin, Shoto said, coming up beside you. Oi, half and half. Back off, yeah. She's got it, Bakugou growled. Actually, Shoto, your quirk would be really handy right now, you said brightly, ignoring the black aura radiating from Bakugou. Shoto crouched down, ignoring the seething blonde, and helped you arrange the wood, your hands touching multiple times. You were a mess by the end of it, but he seemed very calm. Please stand back, Yin. I wouldn't want you getting hurt, he said softly as his left hand activated and burst into flames. He held it under the wood and waited for it to catch alight before removing his hand. There, he said with a small smile, standing up and walking past you, your fingertips brushing gently as he passed. Bakugou never saw it. Oi, let's get started. Pick up a knife, Bakugou ordered, setting up a chopping board for you and handing you a peeled potato. You took it from him and stepped forwards, placing the potato on the chopping board, ready to attack it with the knife. Do you even know how to hold a knife? Bakugou shot. You're gonna cut your clumsy ass. Okay, here, he said, walking up behind you and wrapping his arms around you, his right hand over your right hand to show you how to cut properly. Katsuki, I know how to chop. You don't need to... Yes, I do, he said as he pressed into you, his head lowered to your ear, almost resting on your shoulder. Plus, this position's comfortable, he added lowly. You immediately started heating up, and you glanced around, but no one had noticed just how close Bakugou was to you. You're getting flustered, Yin, he said, his breath tickling your neck. Calm down and work with me. I can't when you're so close, you whispered, your mouth running dry. Why? Is it because you like feeling me this close? You can't focus on anything else? He asked slowly again. You couldn't deny his words, so you decided to grit your teeth and push through, allowing him to guide your hand and focus on chopping. Better, he grunted after he had guided you for a bit. You see? You said proudly. I don't need supervision anymore, prickle pants. You can stand next to me instead of behind me. Well, you want to feel something in my pants, do you? He rasped, his hand sliding from the top of your hand up your arm, creating a wave of goosebumps as it went. You can't deny your feelings for me, Yin, he said, watching how you broke out in a sweat at his touch. Your body gives you away. Enough, Katsuki, you growled with embarrassment. He smirked as he pulled back from you. I'll have you by the end of this camp, he sniggered. You pouted as you chopped, trying to ignore just how forward he was being. Whew, mate, he's really feeling the pressure now that Shoto's on the scene. Here, try it, Bakugou insisted after you two had finished cooking. He turned to you and held out the ladle for you to try the curry that he'd just cooked. It's still hot, though. Let's frickin' blow on it and try it, he grumbled, getting nervous about your critiquing of his dish. You leaned forwards and blew on the contents of the label before placing your lips to the edge of it. You had to admit it smelled amazing, and after taking a sip, you couldn't deny that tasted amazing too. Whoa, you gasped as a bit of the sauce dripped down your chin. That's amazing. You spilled it, Bakugou scowled, placing a thumb to your chin and wiping the spilled contents off. Don't respect my curry like that. It's a sign of appreciation, you pouted. Messy eating's my specialised skill. If it drips like that again, I'll lick it off, he said with a mischievous smirk. You made damn sure that it didn't drip the next time you tried a bit. He served up 2 bowls, one for you and one for him, and you were about to walk over to the table to eat when Shoto appeared holding his own bowl of curry. Yin, I would be honoured if you would try my curry, he said as he held out his bowl to you, head bowed politely. Oh, of course, Shoto, I'd love to, you said happily as you quickly placed your bowl down on the table nearby and accepted the spoon and curry bowl from Shoto. You dipped the spoon in and tried it. "Oh, wow, this is gorgeous, Shoto. Very creamy," you complimented him. He smiled gratefully. "This bowl is for you, Yin. Midoriya and I made plenty," he said, offering you his bowl. "She already has a bowl of my perfect curry, half-enough bastard," Bakugou growled from nearby. "I can eat too," you replied happily. "I'm a curry whore." Bakugou snorted and Shoto didn't know what to say, but he was just grateful that you accepted his offering. As you sat down with Bakugou across from you, others joined your table, with Shoto making a beeline for the seat beside you. The rest of dinner was spent with your and Shoto's leg almost intertwined under the table. Every time you moved, he would adjust so that he was touching your leg again. You found it very cute indeed. And there ends chapter 28. Stay tuned for chapter 29 coming tomorrow.